Hello, 7th grade. How are you today? This is your English teacher Dana from Al Farouk Academy. Today we are going to complete our structure by answering the questions on your student's book, page 72. And this is about zero conditional. So prepare your books and be ready for our class. The outcomes of our lesson today, students should be able to revise the structure, read the dialogue, page 72 in student's book, and answer the questions on the same page on student's book. So my students, let's start with your student's book, page 72. We want to start with the question number 1. Let's read this paragraph and I want you to pay attention for the sentences in zero conditional and underline the verbs. And I want you to recognize when we add as with the verbs and when we didn't add as with the verbs. We said that if we have plural nouns or pronouns, we use infinitive verb, and if we have singular nouns or pronouns, we add as or es. This is depending on the ending of the verbs. And let's start reading this paragraph now. Sam Cooper is a young TV chef. His latest series is called It Won't Bite. إذن اسم برنامجه لسام It Won't Bite. Once a week, millions of viewers switch on to watch him, so he's famous. How do we know that he's famous? Because millions of viewers switch on to watch him. It Won't Bite, اسم البرنامج, is a program for people who are afraid of cooking. إذن هو للناس اللي بيخافوا من الطبخ. Basically, there is nothing magic or mysterious about cooking. It's only science. الطبخ هو فقط علم. If you heat water to 100 Celsius, it boils. If you put water in the freezer, it becomes ice. People understand that. Look here, you heat, it boils. We use infinitive verb because we have a plural and it singular, so we have to add as. And you put is a plural, so we use infinitive. It's a singular, so we have to add as. It's the same with cooking. If you put a small piece of meat in the oven, it cooks quickly. If you put a huge chicken in the oven, it takes longer. If you add fresh herbs to your beef burgers, they taste better. It's obvious. People stop being afraid of cooking if they understand the science behind it. Knowledge is power, don't you agree? So, the verbs that comes with us with singular pronouns, boils, becomes, takes, and cooks. But the verbs that comes with the plural, like heat, put, taste, stop, and understand. So please underline them. Now we want to move to question number 3. Find the correct endings, write the letters. Here we have sentences from 1 to 8 and sentences from A to H. We want to match these sentences with the sentences from 1 to 8 by writing the letters. So I want to take you a time to read this question and answer it, then come back to the video to check your answers. Water boils, yes, with G, if it's heated to 100 Celsius. So this is with G. Number 2, if the temperature drops to 0 degrees. So إذا temperature is درجة الحرارة drops. Here we have singular, so we use drops with S. To 0 degrees, what will happen? Yes, with D, water freezes. Number 3, food tastes better. Yes, with H, if you use fresh ingredients. Number 4, if you refrigerate burgers. Excellent, with C, they don't fall apart when you cook them. Number 5, if burgers are thin, with E, they take less time to cook. Number 6, burgers take more time to cook if they are thick. Here we start with the result, then we add the if clause, so we don't put a comma between these two clauses. Number 7, if you don't cook potatoes, yes, with if they taste horrible. 8, and this is the last one, it's helpful to cooks B, and this is the answer, if recipes are easy to follow. Now, Saba, we want to answer question number 4. Complete the sentences with words from the box. We have these verbs: drink, rise, grow, drop, do, use, have, feel, take, produce بمعنى يقدم, melt, and freeze. Number 1, if temperatures drop, temperatures, plural, so we use infinitive verb drop below 0, water freezes. Water here يا miss is uncountable noun, so the uncountable nouns نعملها معاملة المفرد. So this is a singular noun. Water is uncountable, singular, so we have to add s or es with the verbs. Number 2, if temperatures what above 0, ice what. Excellent. If temperature rise above 0, ice melts. Number 3, plants. Plants, here we want to negate the sentence. Let's remember, if we want to negate the sentences, we have to add two helping verbs with plural. Don't and with the singular does not. So plants what? Plants do not what if they sunlight, and we want to negate these two clauses, a result and the if clause. So don't grow if they don't have sunlight, and this is a fact. Number 4, we what energy if you exercise. We use energy if we take exercise. Number 5, if we, of course, don't. If we don't what? We thirsty. If we don't drink, we feel thirsty. And the last one, our bodies heat if we hard physical work. Of course, our bodies produce heat if we do hard physical work. This is an important question, and these are the answers. Now let's read the step about the zero conditional. In zero conditional sentences, we use the present tense in both clauses when we are talking about general truth and scientific facts. إذا إحنا بنستخدم zero conditional ب simple present and بنستخدم simple present in two clauses بالresult والif clause. And the use or the function of zero conditional to talk about general truth, حقائق عامة أو scientific facts اللي هي حقائق علمية. These are two examples. If temperatures drop below 0, water freezes. Temperatures is a plural, drop, infinitive verb, water, uncountable noun, so it's a singular, so we add s. And here we started with the if clause, so we have to put a comma between the condition and the result. Ice melts if temperatures rise above 0. So here we have the result, نتيجة الشرط اللي عندي if temperatures rise above 0. Okay, now you have a homework, my students. Think of some more zero conditional sentences about things which are always true. Write 3 sentences using zero conditional, and you have to write truth or facts because you have zero conditional. And that's the end of our class. Be ready for the next class. Thank you.